Greetings, I'm Dr. Sean Reed, author of the Dating Toolbox, available on Amazon.com. Okay, let me adjust my mirror a little bit here. So today I want to talk about the best relationship scenarios. The best type of relationship scenario to be in. As you can see, you have 3-woman rotation, you have happily married, you have happily single, you have unhappily married, unhappily single. So I'm going to go through all these scenarios and explain how and why each one is better or worse than the other. Okay, so first thing you're going to notice is that I don't have happily married as number one. I have happily married is the second best relationship scenario. I'm going by my own experience and by how much fun and how I've enjoyed various types of relationship scenarios. The best, the most fun, the most enjoyment I ever had was managing a 3-woman rotation. So a lot of you are going to be saying, well, why don't I just, I'm 30 years old. Why don't I just get a 3-woman dating rotation and just keep it at that and date these women, but not seriously and not with the intention of a long-term relationship or a marriage. The reason we can't do that is it doesn't work. I will tell you right now that if you're just going, let's say we go back to the methodology of back when they had all the pickup artists and we're just picking up women and we're trying to seduce them and we're trying to have sex with them. That mindset will not produce the same quality of women that building a 3-woman rotation using my system will produce. My system is not designed to just pick up and seduce women. My system is designed to ultimately provide a high quality woman for a long-term relationship. Okay, so the important factor here is that all our dating is approach, all our meeting of women is designed to produce a high quality women for a long-term relationship. And the 3-woman rotation is simply part of this process. So what we're doing is we're opening women, we're getting phone numbers, we're getting dates, and we're dating these women seriously. Okay, we're not dating them just to have sex. I tell my guys, we don't pursue sex on the first date. But what will happen is because you're pursuing a high quality woman for a long-term relationship, you will get high quality women fit for a long-term relationship, and you will be dating 3 of them a week. I've given the example, you'll have a Monday gal, a Thursday gal, and a Saturday gal. But as I've mentioned, we are all dating, we're not just dating them just to get laid. We're dating them because we're pursuing a relationship. Okay, the mindset is critical. If your mindset is just to get laid, this will not work. You will not be able to generate a 3-woman rotation because women will know. When you're dating seriously, when you're thinking of long-term relationship, when you're thinking of marriage, the women will know. And so you're going to get 3 very high-quality women. And in terms of sex, they all want you to marry them. They're all pursuing a long-term relationship or marriage. So they're going to give you the best sex of your life. But this is a temporary situation. The 3-woman rotation is not designed to last forever. It's designed to produce that one very high-quality woman. Now, what will happen is you'll be dating and sifting and getting numbers, and the 3-woman rotation will be in a state of flux for what could be a long time, several years. You'll realize the one girl you're dating is not going to work out in the long run, and then you'll realize maybe that other girls are going to work out. And so what will eventually happen is managing a 3-woman rotation will eventually produce you that one very high quality woman. And then in that situation, what we do is we try and get something called the golden year. That's a year of no fighting, no major red flags, and a loving, kind relationship with a flexible giver that's also beautiful and high quality. What's going to happen is what happened with me is I would have my 3-woman rotation and women would drop out, and eventually I would end up dating one woman exclusively. But it took a while to get that golden year. One gal at the 8-month mark, things started going bad. I made some mistakes. Another gal, we started having problems at the 6-month mark. So it took quite a while for me to find the woman that is today my wife. And so I went through this 3-woman dating rotation for quite a while, for probably a good 2.5, 3 years. And it was a fantastic period of my life. But like I said, guys, it's temporary. You can't manage a 3-woman rotation forever. If you're just looking to seduce women and get laid, they're going to see through it, and you will not have the mindset necessary to manage it. So, number 2, in terms of relationship scenarios, is happily married. That is the second best scenario, and obviously, it's one that can be sustained for a long time. I've been happily married for 18 years. My wife is still kind. She's still loving. She just baked me some nice muffins. Our relationship is really good. And we talk about today about all the disadvantages of marriage, but what I'm telling you is there are many, many advantages. Economic, okay? We have a house. I couldn't afford this house all by myself, but with my wife's income, I can afford it easily. Other benefits. Years ago, I quit my teaching job. I started another business, and I didn't have health insurance. So since then, I've been on my wife's health insurance. So there are tax benefits, there are economic benefits, then there are emotional benefits. I always have someone who has my back. 2.5 years ago, I had a massive seizure, and my wife was there. My son was there. So being happily married has many benefits. I'm 62 years old. For me to go back and try and manage a 3-woman rotation would be ridiculous at my age. Yes, when I was in my late 30s, early 40s, a 3-woman rotation was very doable. I'm 62 now. It's not going to happen. So being happily married is the best scenario for me. And really my system is designed to ultimately take you to that place. So, we see a lot of stuff on the internet about how bad marriage can be. But what I'm telling you is if you pick the right women, if you systematically use my methodology to sift through and find a high quality woman that gives you the golden year, and then you manage that marriage right. We have videos on that, right? A lot of guys get married and they think, okay, I've accomplished this task. Now it's time for me to move on to a new task. That's not how it works. Marriages must be managed, but I have many videos on how to properly manage your marriage. So a properly managed marriage is a happy marriage. A properly managed marriage to a high quality woman that you have carefully selected is a happy marriage. So number 2 on the list, we have 1, managing a 3-woman rotation. Number 2 is happily married. And happily married can be sustained for as long as you live. I don't know how long I'm going to live. Let's say I never live another 12 years. I will have sustained a happy marriage for 30 years. And it has indeed been very happy. Okay, so number 3 on the list is happily single. Okay, so of my relationship scenarios, best to worst, happily single is number 3. Again, you guys, I think we're presented with a ton of misinformation out there, though. You see all these people claiming, oh, I'm happily single. They really aren't happy. What happens is something known as cognitive dissonance theory. Okay, I am single. I'm a smart person. I'm a rational person. Therefore, being single is good. And being single is great. If you're 25, 30 years old, yeah, being single is fantastic. I would want to be single. But as you get older, you hit 40, 45 years old, 50 years old, being single is no longer as great. You get very lonely. Human beings need companionship. It's only in the last 20, 30 years that people have been arguing that being single and happy are synonymous, okay? So when people say they're happily single, I don't always believe them. Most of the people I know that are single are not happy. Okay, so finally, last on the list, we have unhappily married, unhappily single. Again, I think most people that are single are probably less happy than they're telling you. But probably the worst situation is to be unhappily married. However, guys, if you follow my system, if you do everything right, if you select properly, if you build and manage a 3-woman rotation, if you get a golden year from the woman, and then if you manage that marriage properly, you are going to be happy. It is very doable. All right, guys, so if you like what you saw and heard today, please hit the like and subscribe button, and happy dating.